Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Reactivity tonight, episode 27, which is what, literally like second to last of a Frieren Beyond Journey's End. So, let me just take like 10 seconds here. Well, a little longer than 10 seconds. I'm gonna need a little longer than 10 seconds. Just to recap what happened on last episode, episode 26. So let me just boom, episode 26. Pretty much it was just us finishing the King's Tomb quest. Or not quest, I mean like trial. Trial would be a better word. Yeah, there were kind of two big things, I would say. This is one of them right here. Whatever Frieren did, Clone Frieren rather, whatever Clone Frieren did with this whole, like, let me just look at you and, like, Sigma stare you into a wall. I don't know what that was, but I liked it, and I want to see more of it. You know what I mean? Like this, that's what I'm looking for. This right here is something special, okay? And we don't know exactly what's going on, but it's not a spell in, like, the sense that Fern was trying to, like, couldn't see it coming, right? My goodness, she has a good back muscles. She's, you know what I mean? This eyelash POV kind of different too. I respect it, but yeah. So something was going on there. We can make all sorts of you know, assumptions, guesses, speculations on what exactly is going on. Something magic, buff yourself, telekinesis, not a spell. I don't know. Like, it could be all sorts of things, but it's definitely magic in a way that is fundamentally different than what is understood, right? And then real Frieren is like, bing, bing, bing. Man, this freaking jewel that was spawning clones is OP. If it can literally, it can clone Frieren in, like, up to Frieren capacity. That's a pretty, because that means, like, it has enough mana source that it's matching, or that it can, like, do whatever Frieren's doing. You know what I mean? That's the craziest thing to me. Because, like, if you, I don't know, Frieren is like a nuclear bomb of mana in an elf walking around, right? And this nuclear bomb of an elf walks into the tomb, and then the tomb spawns a nuclear bomb of an elf. Which means, like it's bound by it can only spawn things that walk in, but it can pretty much spawn anything. Like, if Zide walked in, couldn't it just spawn another one of her, and that would be, like, an entire issue? It's kind of crazy. Though I do wonder, like, I think the more restricted the magic is, the more, like, potent it is or whatever. I'm pulling up my notes real quick. But yeah, anyways, enough about that. The other thing was Ubel. We got Ubel killing the guy. We got a little bit of stuff about how she, like, sees things, imagines things, and how that pretty much, like, punches through like normal defenses, which I called forehead magic, and I would stand by the statement that it is forehead magic, which is my favorite kind of magic, which is basically like actually cutting hair works, and then it works. Like, that's literally it. Like, oh yeah, cloth gets cut, therefore I can cut cloth. Like, it's not that tough, bro. It's just so good. So, shout out Ubel for that. It was kind of called something like unique to Ubel by sense here. I would be really curious if other people can, because like look, as long as people are intelligent organisms, we cannot skip those fetters. I'd be kind of curious if other people could find ways around it, right? Because, you know, I don't know exactly how. But, like, if you can, like, those more, like, super instinctual people, that sounds kind of sick, right? Or maybe animals. Could you imagine, like, a magical animal that acts in the way that Ubel does? That it just cuts through, like, certain magical defenses? That'd be sick. That'd be super sick. But, yeah. I really don't have much else to say about that episode because it was kind of the end of the arc. I want to see where we're going next a lot. Because I assume we're just going to jump into the third test. But, like, there's 2 episodes left. So, like, what's the test going to be? I kind of mentioned, like, a tournament thing. I did read the comments. The thing about, like, my let me slightly addend tournament. When I say tournament, I don't even mean, like, one person wins. Because, yeah, there's no reason one person should win the arc. I more so mean, like, them fighting each other. Like imagine, like, a tournament, I guess, wouldn't be the right term then, maybe. Or, like, it would have to be a really weirdly structured one. But I was kind of imagine, like, we make a bunch of people just 1v1, and then the top 50% pass. Something like that. I don't even know. That would be kind of unfair, though, because whoever fights Frieren just loses. So if you fight Frieren and then fight Ubel, then you're over. I would just say mage skill issue and move on. You think I have to make a fair test? Nah. Sense literally failed, like, the last, like, 4 years of people. We don't gotta make this test fair, bro. Alright. Anyways, let's just see what's going on. Episode 27. Episode 27. Let's get going in a 3, a 2, a 1. Bang. I forgot this guy was in this story. Stark? Who's this guy? Yeah, I was about to say, didn't, like, nothing get taught to you last time? That was, like, the entire thing. Bro. 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 Okay. Calm down, calm down, calm down. Stop yapping. Did you not, like, pick them up at the airport? That's like a, you forgot to pick us up at the airport and we had to Uber kind of look. I ain't even gonna pretend. By the way, we are drinking a Dr. Pepper. I'll give you the first sip. I say first sip. You can see we're kind of low on this one, but that's okay. Yeah, what's gonna happen with this episode, man? I assume it's just third test, but it's kind of hard to say. Sleepy Frieren. Bet. We gotta lock in. Or maybe it'll be a chiller episode, right? Kind of like the in between test 1 and 2. I can see that being the case. Also, Fern, like, you haven't seen your boy in a minute. Like, why we gotta be pissed? I don't know. We don't know why she's pissed yet. Maybe she has a really good reason. We'll see. We'll see. We just gotta pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Man, I hope we don't, like, leave behind all these characters. Well, I guess the season's ending, so, like, I'm gonna be leaving them all behind soon for a little bit. That sucks. But, like, you know, season 2 type behavior. You know, yeah. Like, we keep meeting people and then leaving. And so it's like we only kind of have our small pocket, but now we've met so many people that I actually, like, have grown to care about more. Like, Ubel, Werbel, freaking all, you know, Kane, blah, blah, blah. An era of humans. We'll see. Oh, an argument. Oh, it's not even aimed at Stark. Okay, clutch. No, bozo. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's got sentimental value. I mean, I didn't really fully think about how much that would matter to her. Star, give her the comfort. Oh. Yeah, because I didn't even think that, yeah, she failed. Because she got stabbed by Sense. Yes. Pat her on the head. She's asking. Come on. Frieren is just walking around. This... Frieren's funny to me because... Oh, you're gonna try to repair it? What are you doing? Yeah, I was kind of thinking, like... Oh, Richter. Oh, we're just at the Richter. Okay. Like, we got spells. Surely there's a staff spell. I don't know. Alright. Like a mending. She's got donuts again. Okay. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, Sense was built different. Grind set. Good background. Ooh. True. Love the grind set. Good move. Alright, bro. Insolent youngster is crazy. Bro just said, like, I'm in an awful mood. Aw, he had a turn. Aw, that's kind of sweet. Dang, you my younger self, brother. Oh, Denkin, that dude, he came by just to give him some moves there. Bro, he just cooked. Laughing doesn't even know. Yeah, he just moves stuff around my shop. Now I gotta go put everything back. What a dick. What is that cool lamp? I want that. Oh. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay, Frieren is showing up here. Repair this. Yeah, okay, go move. I can't, yeah, he is the dude for this. Yeah, it's pretty beat up. It's pretty beat up. See, and like, Fern's all mad, but Frieren's literally doing exactly what Fern wanted. Like, y'all gotta communicate better. Low-key on the sleazy. Wow, this ain't worth the effort? Wow. No, I can do it. Yeah, exactly. Now it's a play on your pride. What? You can't do it? This shit could take all day. Oh, Richter. Sweet. Oh, so it's easy to repair? Oh, Fern, that's so sweet. She's taking care of the staff. Is that a Kababa? Bro, did you see how many Stark had? Stark had just downed like 7 of those hoes. Stark, can we lock in for 5 seconds? And she does. She's literally making the... That's the crazy thing. She's making the move right now. So it's like, we just gotta walk by Richter's shop. And then like, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. We're just gonna have to. And then we'll be like, oh, the staff's here. You know what I mean? Okay. Like how many streets are in the city? How many streets are in the city? 1? Okay. I'll let it slide. I'm not her kid. Okay. You see Elva ears? Okay. Yeah, so it's like the lack of communication is going to get fixed by circumstance. Like, I hear you here. I hear you. She's just doing a little surprise for him. See, she is making moves. Like, bet. And she's just snoozing, right? She's like in a weird position. Oh, wait, no, she's in a normal position? Okay, this is a different Frieren. Dude, her other elf ear is like scrunched into the pillow. That would hurt. I know it wasn't. Yes. Go be some thankful to your master, cause she a real one. Go move for him. Thank you. Go move for him. Thank you. That's all I ask. I really don't ask for much here. Easy clap. See, like, that's the thing, bro. We're in a magic society. Surely they can fix stabs. You know what I mean? I guess we're poor, so that might have been hard, but like we got through it because Richter. Thank you, Richter. Bet. Aw, that was sweet. Frieren's like, okay. I love her. She's such a fun character. She's probably my favorite character. Like, it's probably not even close. I think like low key. I mean, there's a couple of really good characters, but oh, you came down to our town. Kirua. Feet. We have to call. We have to call the horde. Yes, let's pit them against each other. I've been saying. Oh wait, just kidding. You're saying the opposite. All right, my fault. True, Frieren. Exactly. Wow. Wait, do you care about your little test takers? Aww. Oh wait, she's saying it first sentence. Okay, I see. And not even I? Okay, so she has some care for them. Damn. What does that mean? Okay, I guess that sounds right. They're just gonna walk in and she'll be like, pew! Or something. I don't even know what she's gonna do. What's she gonna proctor? What is she gonna do for the test? Yeah. And good point. Really good point. Equal? Oh my goodness. She let that hang. She swung that around. Okay, Zide. I like it. Alright, this guy's a bad mage. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, compared to other, man. If you're good at your job, you can. Yeah. She's an elf. Wow, she would have to be so good at suppressing it. Yeah, that like a human would have no chance at noticing. Because they're more sensitive? Oh my goodness. Why is the foot bottom left? Okay, stop. Stop. Stop like wiggling it. Okay. Relatively unskilled. It's like clever. She's clever. Oh, wow. He was able to do that? Oh, this guy's actually cracked. Wait, this guy's actually cracked. It's not that the other guy was kind of, like, sucks. It's that this guy's super cracked. The first class mage. Alright, my bad. I was disrespecting that other guy. No, I take it fully back. Aw, look at him. Little timid. Okay, this guy's kind of... I like this character now. Since putting on her cape, it's kind of crazy. It's like the OP. Yeah, it's like you devote your time to caring for a fruit and then it rots right before it's useful. That's crazy. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, that's the scariest thing I've ever heard. Okay, that's terrifying. You're saying you're suppressing it right now? Is that what you're telling? Oh, it's just an interview? Okay. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Wait, so was she suppressing her mana? Is that what you're telling me? That's terrifying. Yeah. Okay, I like this. I'm fine with this. She's kind of the top dog, so... I mean, if she fails Frieren, that would be cringe, because Frieren is, like, easily the best one, and she agreed with this, so, like... It's literally racism. It's actually racism if you fail Frieren. Am I wrong? Because it's like, oh, as an elf, you should be better than these humans by a significant margin. That's called racism. Wait, Zeta is racist? Wait, think about it. I kind of like it. Okay, let's just lock in for a second. Can we? Interview time. This is a sick place to have an interview. This is genius. Way better than a throne room. Just like very casual like this. All right, well. Good move. Fantastic move. Wow, what a good test. Actually, so genius. And good move for her to immediately be like, may I ask why? Like, that's a perfect response you can give. Good move, everyone. Okay. I love this. This is perfect. Well, it's not because she's not strong enough. Yeah, exactly. It's because, I don't know. Why not? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Okay. Honest. Alright, bet. Take back C's? Oh! You can't even... Well, it's crazy that you're still talking. That makes you look like the weak one here. Okay, Frieren. Good response. Shout out the squad. We were blessed with each other. I didn't see you killing the Demon King. Okay. Aww. A little Hemo flashback. Don't mind if I do. Good question. They were all old men. I wanted a cute girl. That's not what he's gonna say. Aww. Oh, a childhood crush. Frieren was his childhood crush. Childhood savior. Did she soften a little bit? What'd she do? Oh, the field of flowers. Oh, that's so sweet. That's how, like, she knows to express comfort in that. That is so sweet. Wow. Wow, good point. No, pass Fern. Fern's fine. Yeah, go move. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, she's not gonna fail Fern. Like, we're not failing both of them. Error of humans, bet. Fern's like, what's up? No, she's been around Frieren like a million times. Like, your intuition is whack. Come on, lock in. Not gonna lie, you do be fluctuating. Not gonna lie, you do be fluctuating a lot. Is she expanding it? How is she fluctuating it, though? That's the question. Yeah. She's been around Frieren her whole life. That's my girl right there. Go move Fern. No! I got my master already. Shut up. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. For what sake? To what end? Oh, good counter question. Oh, you have such cool hair in the back. Good music track. She will pass you no matter what you say. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, is her intuition always right? Or, you know what I mean? You could just kind of flip it. That's fine, though. Yeah, go move. Easy clap. Who else passed? Ah, who else passed, though? Who else has passed? She yeah, give to my thing, bro. It's like, is it that her intuition's always right, or is it always right because it's her intuition? Like, a little, you know what I mean? She's literally the top dog, so, like, what she says goes. So, like, there's not, like, some other rightness that, you know what I mean? Like, she's the one making the decisions. So saying that's, like, her intuition means that she's always correct. No, she's just always going to be right because she's the one that defines what is right. But, like, okay, either way, she is a goated mage, so I'll still respect it. Just saying, like, it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, she has a good read on people, and she can kind of, like, you know, rank that to her standards. Totally fair. Yeah, I totally got you there. All right? In which case, like, Frieren, you're not going to pass Frieren because you're dumb. Like, okay, forehead, whatever. Like, I don't know. Go move with Fern. It's like, I guess, like, her standards aren't even just power. It's, like, her mold of what a mage should be. And Frieren don't fit that because Frieren likes flowers. Like, you know what I mean? That's just crazy. And, like, what she said earlier of what Frieren said of, like, yeah, I won't, like, live up. Or, yeah, I won't live up to, like, what she wants or whatever. Which is what I'm going to call bona fide racism. Zide, you're getting canceled. Think about it. That was a cute Himel flashback, by the way. That was very cute. I quite liked that. I wonder what the fluctuations were of. What happened there? Wait, there was no preview. It was just like, it was just sounds. Alright, well, that's funny. I was like, what's the third test gonna be? How is it gonna be done in 2.5, or 2 episodes? It was done in half an episode. They just failed everyone and then Fern passed. Okay. Bet. Did anyone else pass? I mean, what was our list of people that failed there? How many people? 12? I think she said there were 12 people. So let me just count. Because they had that rapid flash where a bunch of people just failed in a row, which was really funny. I think this was a super good fail, by the way. This was perfect. This was actually so real. Just like you have failed. And then perfect response of, may I ask why? That's the literal peak thing you could say here. Because it's like, it's not at all arguing. It's not at all combative. It's just like, I want to learn, and so that I can, like, improve. Like, it's completely learning based. So that's beautiful move from you, my girl. And then good description of as to why. It being based on imagination, visualization, which was kind of a point with Frieren, but like with the like I don't believe you'll ever let me pass. Like if she believed that she could pass, then would that Zide would have let her pass? Would Zide have let her pass? A little bit, you know what I mean? Like I wonder if it was kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy a tiny bit, where Frieren thought that she couldn't pass, and that's what made her not able to pass, because she even calls it out. Zide calls it out as like, you cannot imagine that I will let you pass. But like but like, you know what I mean? Like was Frieren right? And then that like was a thing, or what, did she become right because that was a thing? I'm not sure. I think it's probably that she just wouldn't have let her pass no matter what, and that Frieren was just already correct. But a part of me makes me think that if Frieren for some reason like had a sliver of hope in there, that Zide would have actually capitalized on that. But I don't know. Just an interesting idea, right? With this emphasis on visualization and belief. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 was Frieren. 7 was Fern. So 5 more. Denken. Method. The big woman. The pog woman. The not big, like hug. The hug woman. I was thinking big and like, okay. But like, yeah, so Denken, Method's not going to pass, I don't think. I mean, maybe, but I don't freaking know. I think I could see Denken also passing. He seems to have been pretty clutched. And he's like close to his deathbed. So yeah. Well, deathbed, not really. But like, he was kind of like, he's old. So it's kind of like a, you know what I mean? Yeah. Honestly, this episode, I'm just like really, I'm like, yeah. I'm just like nodding along the entire time. Zedai doing interviews, I think is a great, like, I think that's a great finisher there. It's one of those things that like she's literally the top dog. So it's just like, yeah, I'm just going to talk to her and figure it out. I can totally understand that. Because it is like kind of the easiest way to just cut through all the fat. Right, where it's like, I'm not going to deal with any of this nonsense. If she has perfect intuition, then bro, low-key on the schlees. Like, really, really low-key on the schlees. Let me just be honest. First test and second test and third test consolidate into one test, and it's just Zide. Boom. What if she just did this to every person at the beginning? Oh, Werbel, too. Is Werbel going to pass? Oh, okay. Taking Werbel? Think about it. I can see Werbel maybe having... I want to see Werbel's interview, bro. Are we even going to get to see those? I really hope so. Probably like first half of that will be the rest of the interviews, and then second half will be yapping, or like a on to the next adventure, y'all. Where are we going to go? We're going to go to heaven. That's going to be the end of the next episode. Yeah, that. The whole staff thing. Good move repairing the staff. I actually liked watching the process here, like the very slow, like, mending was I like the visual of that quite a lot. I want to see more, like, staff work, pause. So I quite like that. This conflict, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not taking it seriously. I'm going to be I'll be real. It's just like, I guess Frieren, what did Frieren say? Wait, she said it couldn't be repaired since it was already in pieces. But then she went out and tried to repair it. So it's literally just like based on not miscommunication. It's just Frieren said something, then changed her mind, and then went and did it. You know what I mean? So it's like Fern, I think you have a fair reason to be upset, because it's like it is a sentimental object. So to hear that like it can't be repaired would suck, and it would show that Frieren's like not taking it seriously or whatever. But then we immediately see Frieren taking it seriously, and so it's like, well, you know what I mean? Like Fern has lost her reason to be upset, and this is going to be solved within like 2 minutes. So I was kind of like, I bet, and then it got solved, and I was like, I bet, and then we just moved on. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I don't know, I never doubted for a moment that this wouldn't just peacefully resolve within 5 minutes, so it never really, like, you know what I mean? But that's okay. I mean, not every, I don't know. It was just kind of like a thing that was like, okay. You know what I mean? It was, I guess, stakes. I guess it's a thing of stakes, right? Where it's like there wasn't really a stake there, and that's okay, because the show, it's so interesting to me. I feel like this show has a really strange position with stakes, where I don't think I've really felt much stakes during the entire thing. And that's crazy that I'm saying that while Richter is getting double impaled, that it's like, bro, you're saying there's no stakes? Look at him getting double impaled. But they all had escape golems. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, and that's fine. I don't think it's a show that's trying to have these crazy, like, life and death stakes constantly. But it kind of leads to a very much more, like, it almost feels like I'm watching this more casually than I would like a lot of other shows that like sorry, she was putting her foot up in the camera and shut up. But like, yeah, it feels very different than I think a lot of other shows that I would usually watch, where it's like I'm not really ever too worried. Even like I think a more clear example would be like episode 26. Like Fern gets donkey kicked into this wall by Frieren, right, through like telekinesis. And I like, there's no like Fern's not dead or like even really hurt. I mean, there's a little bit of like blood and like a little bit of like scratches or bruising, but like, you know what I mean? I don't think I was ever like worried. Like we just took a little bit of damage and broke her staff, and then the staff got repaired. Like there wasn't really any problem. And then like Frieren got a little busted up, but it's like it really wasn't that bad. Which is why I think that's partially why I was emphasizing that idea of like, oh, there's gonna be a clone Fern and we're gonna get jumped and we're gonna get surprised, because it's like that would be like a twist that makes things go wrong, that makes a plan go awry, right? Which I was kind of expecting, but like the plan didn't go awry. Like it actually went like perfectly as Frieren thought it would, right? Yeah, I think that's pretty much exactly what happened there, right? Because, I mean, yeah, Fern got a little busted up, but I think this was all well within Frieren's expectations. I mean, she even says, like, it's been 80 years since I was last forced to use that. So it's like, you forced me to use my trump card, right? So it's like she was fully aware of the trump card and, like, that, you know what I mean? All these things. And it wasn't like, you know, so it's like, I don't really ever feel, like, much worry. So instead, it's just, like, a kind of a lot of boom, bang, that's the sound of my heart going on, right? Which is maybe why it's been fun to like, oh, and ooh, is Ubel gonna pass the interview? That'd be interesting. She's such an exception to magic that I think she might. That'd be a really interesting conversation. But yeah, maybe that's why the side characters have been such an important thing, where it's like the side characters have less of that, like, I don't want to say plot armor, because Frieren literally just is that strong, and it's been well explained why she's that strong, so it's not really plot armor. And like same with Fern. Like I understand that they're goated, so it's like I'm not surprised when they're goated. But maybe that's why like these other like the side characters have been like kind of easier to invest in. Not easier compared to Frieren, because of course I'm invested in Frieren. But like maybe that's why I've been able to invest in the side characters a bit more than I like usually would, is because like these people's fates are super like up for debate, right? Like these people could die and it would just kind of happen. These people could fail the test and it could just happen. I mean, and like Frieren fails the test. I'm not too surprised about that. Like, I mean, I guess I kind of am, because it's like she should be strong or whatever, but it's just like, it was racism and then Fern passed, and we don't need both of them to pass. Like, one of them had to pass. So it's like, you know, kind of all's well that ends well, right? But yeah, like Lion getting stabbed by Sense. This was like a moment of like, oh shit, because it's like, we're actually hoed here. But then there's the escape golems, even for them. So it's like, okay, well, we're chilling. So it's always kind of a weird spot for me there, where it's like, there's kind of this, like, yeah, and it's different. It just makes more for a more casual watch than what I think I'm used to, because usually I'd be more like frightened when I'm watching a show, right? That kind of has this like animation and these like groups of characters and all these things. I'd be like, oh, like we're in danger, right? I don't really get a sense of danger much with this show, and it kind of like, I think it goes with the formula of the show. I mean, like jumping to like episode freaking like 18, right? Like, bro, half of the show is literally just like slice of life walking around chilling. Oh wait, even further back, like 14, right? Where it's just like we're doing like episodic, like chill, like completely no stake behavior is like like a good half of the show, and then like the demon arc, which what, like episode 9 kind of territory, the demon arc, and then the mage exam arc, which have been like the other half of the show roughly, have been like, oh, there's like kind of more stakes, right? But even then, I think it's maybe because we're mixing in the slice of life type stuff, the episodic type stuff with this stuff, that maybe it's like harder to like imagine there to be stakes. It's like, how do we go from we're like in a 1v1 death match with a bunch of demons into like we're picking flowers? Like it's not impossible, but maybe that's kind of part of the formula there, where it's like it's kind of meant to have more of a casual watch here. I mean, man, this animation was so good. Dink, what a crappy freaking axe swing. But yeah, so I don't know, that's something I kind of noticed, where it's just like, I'm kind of like, at least with episode 26, I think I noticed that, I kind of was feeling that a bit. Yeah, though, so yeah, I guess it's, yeah, I don't know, because I guess the stake is failing the test, or dying, but like, nobody of note kind of died or like was at risk of dying. Other than I would say Lorien and Richter for like 5 seconds, but then we were good. And then I was kind of worried a little bit. I don't even know how much I was worried during like the Frieren fight. I think I was kind of like, oh, we're good because it's a 2v1, right? Like I was kind of like waiting for like it was just like, oh, how do we lose this? Was kind of, I guess, the idea there. So yeah, and I guess targeting Fern is kind of a way to like somewhat get something there, but yeah, it's definitely led to a more like a way like a different watch. This is kind of a retrospective on Frieren as a whole. I'm not even trying to say that about like this episode and last episode specifically. That's definitely just something I've felt over like the course of the show that has been like a lot. It's been like I'm trying to like come up with like a taste analogy, bro. Like it's been like very soft. It's been like a soft show, which is pleasant, right? But it doesn't stab you. So I haven't been stabbed. I've been like in a soft, warm, cozy little blankie. It's a comfort show, bro. It's comforting, right? It's like and I say comforting, and there's nukes going off and there's black holes getting flung around, but I honestly still think it's like comforting. It's like a comforting fireworks show outside my window where it's like the explosions, I'm well aware, are not going to hurt me. It's just fun. It's fun lights, right? Yeah, I think that's probably how I would describe this show, which is yeah. It's like a very like light-hearted, maybe would be a term. Because it does feel, man, this feels like so many other shows. Like, this is kind of, like, I don't want to say trope, but, like, this is, like, something you would see a lot, right? Where it's, like, we have a wide spread of colorful characters. I mean, look at their hair. Red, green, blue, black, gray, blonde, right? Frieren, white. Fern, purple. We have our widespread of fun different characters with their unique abilities. I mean, shout out Hunter x Hunter, shout out Demon Slayer, shout out JJK, shout out like all of them, right? Chainsaw Man, if you really want to throw stuff in there, but like especially like this really was like JJK, which I still haven't seen season 2 LMAO, but season 1 JJK and like especially Hunter Exam and like I think Demon Slayer, haven't really seen Demon Slayer, but tell me if I should watch those in the comments. Shout out the comments. But it really feels like one of those, right? Where it's like we got this widespread of characters or whatever, right? But I would say Frieren, like as a show, feels like a more lighthearted take on that entire like genre or whatever you want to call it, on that like trope or whatever. Take out the negative connotation, but that trope, that idea of like a wide cast doing their thing, it feels a lot more lighthearted to me. Like, yeah, and that's because of the episodic nature. That's because of the escape golems and such, right? Where it's like there's not really as much genuine fear, worry, uncomfort, during these tests. And which is not to say that uncomfort is bad. I'm saying uncomfort, like, you have to be uncomfortable to be scared, but that being uncomfortable can be good, right? Like being thrown off, being scared, being worried, being anxious, right? These are all feelings that are like intentionally built out of these shows because people want to feel those in certain controlled environments, like watching a show, right? We want to be scared. That's why horror is a genre, right? And so I'd say Frieren as a show like is kind of, at least I don't know how much I could say this is intended, but I think it definitely, in how I've watched it, has like strayed away from a lot of those and has really leaned into like the comfortable, like fun side of this kind of stuff, right? Where I'm like, I'm not really like worried. I'm just kind of chilling, enjoying what's going on, enjoying the yapping, so to speak, right? And even like the character conflicts and such, you can really read into that with the character conflicts, I think. I almost want to say all. I don't like most of the character conflicts. I'll say most because I don't want to do like a big statement, but I'd say most of the character conflicts are like really tame, right? They're super tame, and that's comfortable. It's easy. It's like I'm not worried about these relationships getting permanently damaged because it's like, oh, Fern's upset because her staff is broken. Right? Very fair. And like is upset because Frieren said it wasn't repairable. So that's kind of like, oh, Frieren doesn't care about the staff in the same way I do. She's not taking respect of my like how I feel about things. It also is just I am having to deal with the idea that I'm not going to be able to get this thing I care about repaired, right? And Stark's like, oh, that sucks, and then just kind of hears her out. Does he even offer like much advice really? He just kind of listens. Stark, can we make moves, bro? No comforting. You just kind of walk around, eat some kebabs, and then like, what matters is that she tries to understand you. I feel like I'm well aware of this point, but like, whatever. You gotta repeat it sometimes to get it through Fern's thick skull. She's not thick. Well, her skull isn't thick. Okay. But like, the conflict, it's like it's resolved. For us, we know it's been resolved before the characters know it's been resolved. So while they're still worrying about it, there's nothing left to worry about, right? It's like, oh, we're good, bro. And I feel like this has happened enough times that like it's like Fern's upset about something. I'm like, well, it's gonna be fine within 7 minutes, bro. Like, I'm chilling, dog. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. She just, like, feed her some kebabs, let Frieren do her thing for the rest of the day, and it'll get fixed by the end of the day. You could probably read into that, like, make a more broad assessment if you actually looked at previous episodes a bit, where they've had conflicts like this, and, like, kind of looked at, like, you know, if you parallel a few of these conflicts together and be like, oh, like, what are we actually saying here? Then we could probably really, like, tie something together. Because right now what I'm saying is just based off that one thing. But I think it's been a recurring thing, right? Like, even, like, yeah, even this kind of scene where it's, like, Stark and Fern kind of butted heads a bit and, like, needed a bit of, like, marriage counseling, right? Would it kill her to listen to me once in a while, blah, blah, blah. Within 10 minutes fixed, right? 9 minutes even, right? It's like, oh, now they're walking happy, we get a, you know... And so it's like all feels good within a few minutes. So I think that's been enough of a pattern at this point that it's really like... I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling, watching these people, like, walk around, do their thing, like, you know, low stake, comfortable. It's very comfortable, right? So that would be good for people that want a comfortable show. That would be bad for people that want a high stakes, like, energetic, you know, scary show, right? Because there's people that want both. So it's not to say... It's less of a critique and more of a commentary, right? It's a critique if you think that's bad. It's a good thing if you think it's good, right? I don't think the thing I'm saying is either good or bad. For me personally, I think I would prefer something with stakes over something super comfortable, but I'm still really enjoying the show, right? Like, I think I would enjoy it more if it was different, but that's not what it's trying to do, and I like what it's trying to do, so I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? It's like I could beg for it to be some other show that has, like, you know, no escape golems, maybe people are dying, maybe the good guys are getting flipped on more often, right? You know, maybe these relationship moments are a bit, like, more impactful, have more of a, you know, whatever. More impactful being, like, more scary, right? Like, more, like bigger problems that, you know, a conversation within the day won't fix. You know, maybe I would enjoy that more, but I also really enjoy just the comfort. It's like it's a different type of show than something I've watched before. Something that's, like, a lot more, lack of a better word, comfortable, right? So... if nothing else, I appreciate the almost novelty of the experience, right? Where it's like a new thing. But I would also, yeah, I don't know. That'd just probably be my spot on it. That, like, I'd probably have learned that I'm more, like, I think stakes are more, like, I've learned more about, like, what I like in media through the show. But I also really like the show. So, yeah. I'd probably give it, like, an 8 out of 10 maybe right now. I don't know. I've been thinking about that recently. I don't know. I think a 7's too low. I'm not sure if I can breach a 9 though. I don't really know my ranking system though. I gotta like go through it and, like, figure out my ranking system because I don't really know what's an 8, right? What would I even compare an 8 to? I don't really know. So yeah, probably. I think Frieren feels like a really good 8 to me though. And I could definitely see it being a 9, or even, like, if someone really likes the character and really likes the atmosphere, I could see this being a 10 for some people, for sure. If somebody's a lot more, like, action-y, then I could see this jumping down to, like, a 7 or a 6, depending. Well, depending on if they are entertained by, like, the spectacle, right? And, like, the really fire animation and, like, this kind of thing. If this itches your action itch, then you're probably good. But if this feels hollow to you, then you're probably not good, right? So, anyways, I guess that's a little bit of random... bigger commentary on rather the episode, but more the show as a show and kind of how I feel about it. Maybe you feel similar sentiments, maybe you feel differently. Either way, I respect it. Unless you have bad opinions, then I don't respect it. But okay, that's it. On to the next episode 28 of Frieren, the final episode. It's probably gonna be sad. It's probably gonna be sad. It's sad that it's ending. But it's gone for a good, like, 28 is long. Like, most go for 24. So I already feel like we've been winning. You know what I mean? We've been getting extra fed. But yeah, on to the next episode 28. Should be exciting. Of course. If you like the video, subscribe. If you're new, blah blah blah. Comment down below if you have anything to say or join the Discord. Talk to me over there. Frieren fans there. But until then, until the next episode, that's all I got for today. I will be seeing you then. Peace.